Felipe Fernández-Armesto, Our America, A Hispanic History of the United States. Dive into the riveting account of U.S. Hispanic history with Felipe Fernández-Armesto's Our America, A Hispanic History of the United States. This narrative sheds light on the deep historical roots of Hispanics in America, predating Anglo-Americans as the inhabitants of the U.S. territory. As we embark on this journey, we will uncover the pivotal role Hispanics played in the development of multicultural United States. Fernández-Armesto takes us back to the times of Spanish explorers, the role of colonies, and the intertwining destinies of the Hispanic and Anglo-American populations. An enlightening and engaging read, this book serves to reveal an often overlooked aspect of American history.
Embracing Multiculturalism in the U.S. Felipe Fernández-Armesto, a University of Notre Dame history professor, emphasizes the importance of recognizing and embracing Hispanic history in the United States. He argues that Hispanics were present on the national territory before any other intruders, including Anglo-Americans, and have made crucial contributions to the country. To fully embrace a multicultural future, Fernández-Armesto believes Anglo-Americans must acknowledge and honor the historic roots of Hispanics in the U.S. The dark side of Spanish colonization. The Spanish were the first to establish dominance in North America with Christopher Columbus's landing on San Juan Bautista. The locals ceded control to them initially, but things took a turn for the worse as the Spaniards plundered communities and caused genocide. Smallpox spread inflicted significant damage to the indigenous population. Puerto Rico became the economic backbone of the Spanish Empire with sugar plantations built through slavery. Spanish explorers moved to Florida in the search for gold and established settlements that did not survive beyond the 1570s. Though the author presents the exploits of the Spanish colonizers with pride, the cost of these ventures to the locals is irreparable, and their exploitation cannot be overlooked. Spanish exploration of North America. In the 16th century, Esteban de Dorantes claimed to have seen the Emerald City of Cibola, inspiring more Spaniards to explore North America. Francisco Vázquez de Coronado introduced horses to Native Americans, transforming their ability to hunt and make war. However, smallpox spread by previous Spanish explorers had decimated indigenous populations. The Spanish never fully colonized the plains due to Apache and Comanche raids on their outposts in Texas, pushing them into Arizona and California. Shifting territories. Following Britain's victory in the 7 Years' War, Canada and Florida were acquired from France and Spain, respectively. However, Spain regained Florida and displaced France in Louisiana by siding with the American Patriots during the Revolutionary War. The unsettling history of immigration in the U.S. The 1804 acquisition of Louisiana by the U.S. resulted in a wave of immigrants and conflict with Mexico. In California, Mexicans clashed with Anglo immigrants over slavery and land. The gold rush in 1849 led to increased tension, and Mexican immigration ended with the completion of the Continental Railway. The U.S.'s attitude towards immigrants has fluctuated depending on the need for laborers, as can be seen in its history. America's expansion legacy. The United States' expansion in the 19th century was driven by the fear of losing slavery and seeking new territories. Mexico was a potential haven, but resistance led to limited territory gain. The country's expansion to the Pacific and acquisition of new colonies cemented Anglo-America's power and influence. Mexican immigration and U.S. policy. The industrialization of the West in the late 1890s prompted Mexican immigration to U.S. territories. Unfortunately, these immigrants faced numerous challenges due to systematic laws and severe racist reactions. Though hundreds of thousands of Mexicans relocated to the United States between 1925 and 1929, the Great Depression led to their deportation, including 500,000 inhabitants of Los Angeles County. Ultimately, U.S. policy dictated where these migrants went, and while the government welcomed them when they needed cheap labor, it blocked their entry during economic downturns. Despite the dangers, individuals still risked crossing the border due to the higher wages offered in America compared to Mexico. The complexities of Hispanic assimilation. The rise in U.S. Hispanic populations after World War I led to discrimination and stereotyping. Community building helped them secure jobs and preserve their heritage. Myths have shaped the Hispanic fate in America, and to assimilate or retain their cultural identity is an ongoing dilemma. With the population exceeding 50 million, the U.S. must recognize its own Spanish roots as Hispanic immigrants make their homes here. Hispanic-Centered History. Felipe Fernández-Armesto's book, while one-sided, highlights the contributions of the Hispanic population in North America dating back to the 1490s. Felipe Fernández-Armesto's book presents a history of exploration and colonization of North America, filtered through a decidedly Hispanic-centered viewpoint. He recognizes that Anglo-American chronicles have historically overlooked the contributions of Hispanics and seeks to rectify this by being assertively focused on their narrative. Although this approach may be viewed as one-sided, he makes valid points about Spain's exploration and establishment of colonies in North America dating back to the 1490s. While he does not shy away from acknowledging the exploitative and enslaving nature of these endeavors, he does seem somewhat proud of the Spanish Empire's accomplishments, a counterbalance to the prevailing narrative. His Manifesto of Hispanic Pride, while intended for the Hispanic audience, also educates the broader public about America's Hispanic heritage. Despite its limitations and narrow focus, Felipe Fernández-Armesto's book offers valuable insights into the multicultural history of North America.
Upon concluding this fascinating exploration of U.S. Hispanic history, we learn the impact of Hispanics in shaping the multicultural identity of the United States. This book challenges the traditional historical perspectives by presenting the long-lasting presence of Hispanics, whose influence dates back to the early days of European exploration. As the Hispanic population continues to grow, their cultural heritage takes a pivotal role in shaping the nation's future. Fernández-Armesto's passion for showcasing this rich history is evident in his vivid storytelling, which is sure to educate and provoke thoughtful discussions about the shared history of the United States.